Welcome back to Why You Love ROCOR, one of the strangest shows on the internet right now. If you even want to call it a show, whatever this is, it's interesting. It's Friday, November 8th, and tomorrow the Hawaiian Mirth streaming Everon icon of the Mother of God will be visiting our parish here in Lakewood, New Jersey. All day, I've had this strange feeling that's very hard to explain, but I'm going to attempt to do this. The only way I can explain this is by telling you a story about an armchair. You see, my grandparents have this armchair in their room. It's probably about 40 years out of style already. And it's one of those chairs that, well, how do I explain it? It's just always been there. And they've updated just about all the furniture in their house except for this one chair. It's in their master bedroom right next to the icon corner. And I've never really paid any attention to that chair, but I knew it was there. And my grandfather passed away last year from ALS, and in the last 6 months of his life, I was helping out taking care of him. In that time, I saw piety, благочестие. But this armchair came to me today. I thought about it, and everything started to make sense. What happened with this chair? Several months before he died, the Mirth streaming icon, Softener of Evil Hearts, was visiting our parish. And as was the custom, the icon always stayed at my grandparents' house, any visiting icon that they had. And several days before the icon came, the house would come to life. Everybody was busy doing all sorts of things. My grandmother would be preparing flowers for the icon. My grandfather would be preparing a sermon or house cleaning, whatever. I mean, just everyday things that had to get done. And then my grandmother would put a special white cloth over this armchair in their bedroom. Again, I never really paid attention to it until that one night when the icon stayed over their house. And usually they kept the icon in my grandfather's study. But then at night, the icon would go into their bedroom. And that's what the chair was for. That was the armchair of the Mother of God. You see, it's hard for us to even imagine having a special chair in your bedroom for the Mother of God. It sounds strange, right? But it's really not, because it's not about the armchair. It's about what's happening right here. What goes through your mind the entire day or several days before the Mother of God herself comes to your house? Have you ever thought about that? I mean, this was life for my grandparents. And not just them. I'm sure there's many other people. I know there's many other people in ROCOR, priests and non-clergy, who have had the honor of having the Kursk icon, or the Hawaiian, the Montreal icon, the Softener of Evil Hearts. All these beautiful icons of the Mother of God stay at their house. So you know exactly what I'm talking about if you've ever been in that type of situation. What goes through your mind? What goes through your heart that day? I've never paid attention to these things until today. It absolutely has to do with what happened in Jordanville on October 26th. In fact, today, at the request of Father Nectarius Yankson, guardian of the icon, I was editing some photographs. They're on the screen right now. And I'm sitting here, and it's one thing to be a participant of what happened in Jordanville. It's one thing to see it with your own eyes, but then when you pause it and you zoom in and you just let it sink in what's on the screen, what you're looking at. This is a piece of paper glued to a piece of wood, printed on a printer, with the image of the Mother of God. And out of this piece of paper, out of this holy icon, comes myrrh, a substance, a liquid that did not exist before. That's what we have in ROCOR. The night I was putting my grandfather to bed and placing the icon in this armchair, he looks at me and says, think about how many icons of the Mother of God have spent the night in that chair. I don't even know what to say. It's just this deep sense of reverence and piety that simple people have. That's why I love ROCOR. But the question is, how do you continue that? How do you make sure that that feeling is passed on to your own kids? That's something I have no idea how to do. But the more I think about these little examples in life, like the armchair of the Mother of God, the more you start to figure it out on your own. Because for some people it's an armchair, for someone else it could be a camera or a laptop that produces such powerful images of the Mother of God that that very piece of technology will never be the same again. It's still a camera, it's still a computer. But after what I saw, after what I filmed, it's not going to be the same. And that's why I love ROCOR.